Greetings, brothers and sisters. I'm Professor Spira.
My brother here.
We coming to you live. It is Mucus-free Life Central.
Yes.
And we had a very productive day today. We've been shooting video, doing interviews,
sun gazing,
getting a little bit of sun,
climbing trees,
climbing trees. Some of us, and we got a brother here, sister Decora's over there. And
in the house.
And so this is we just out the blue. He's like, let's do some live video, and I think brother Air has a gift for me, so we'll get to that in a second. What that's all about. So what's going on, man? What's the
oh man,
what's the vibe?
Just connecting with people on the forum, man. I guess is real hip, right about now. That's kind of like the thing, man. People calling me and hit me on my messenger, Facebook Messenger, and the forum, man, is just just off the chain right now, man. Everybody in the forum are just serious practitioners, and the intellect has just, it's just sophisticated now, man. It's just a real sophisticated forum, man. The best forum out there on physiology and the limit, man. So that's been going, the dialogue with all those folks, man. Female, male, it's just been unbelievable, man. Mucus-free-life.com has really affected people, and they are plugging in, man. They're plugging in, we got the Spanish version out.
Yes,
that'll be dropping.
Yeah, yep, that's on its way.
And Brother Israel is there. It is.
Yes.
Spanish. I can't speak. I'm sorry, I can't speak Spanish, but now I'm a learn. I'm a learn though.
Yeah,
I'm a learn now, man, because I want to go and do some lectures, down in Mexico and wherever, I'm gonna get my Spanish speaking thing together, man, and be able to communicate, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Get the enema bags going down in Mexico, man. Sombreros and enema bags. There we are. So let's do it, man. Yeah, man. So that's been a good elevation for us. Watching Professor do his thing, he's constantly dropping videos, and watching that. Sister Boyi, she's dropping videos. I'm coming.
Sacramento, yes, Sacramento.
For West Coast
tour. Was that June? What is that?
Yeah.
June. June 11th, I think.
Is it 11th?
Had to find that.
Whatever that Sunday is of that. I know it's either 11th or 12th or 13th. I think it's the 12th or something like that. But it's that Sunday,
right?
Whatever that weekend is. So we're coming, and we're going to have a blast, man. And I've talked to a couple of practitioners who are coming
already. As soon as they said it, June 11th, Sunday, June 11th, at the Latino Center of Art and Culture, 2700 Front Street, Sacramento, California. It's gonna be from 4 to 6. have a Q&A, lecture Q&A. And right now is the regular ticket $50. The early bird ticket, if you actually right now, if you get it right now, $40. You get it before 5/31, before the end of the month. $10 for live stream. So if you don't live in Sacramento, you can get access to a live stream of the event. And so the tickets, from what I hear, the tickets are already like starting to sell out. So you want to like jump on that. Don't wait. Yeah. Get on there and start getting these tickets.
Surprisingly, in Sacramento, people want this information. Professor's been there. So he started the Sacramento buzz. Right. Hopefully we can get some of those same folks that came out to Professor's lecture to come out and check me out, and we'll start a thing. And then for next year, me and the Professor can come together. That'll be something that we'll work on.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. We're gonna work on that. So a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is rolling, and people are starting to wake up and realize that filth is not to be played with. That's not the way that we're supposed to live, and that we can take our health into our own hands. We can heal ourselves, and we can elevate ourselves and just really transform. Man, a lot of people talk so much about, oh, I want to change the world, or I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna change myself. And what we are showing is that before you get to any of that, you have to deal with your physiology, deal with changing up your self, your bloodstream, get the constipation out of your own brain. Get the constipation out of your gut, get it out of your rear end, just get it constipation out of your life, and find out what the true potentials are. We don't know what the potential is of a clean human being. We know the potentials and the pitfalls of the pus and mucus lifestyle. There's been billions of books written about it, and people live that life. What we're trying to do is bring this mucus-free lifestyle to the world, and this is the way, in the direction that things just have to go. They just have to go in this direction, because things can't be filthy forever.
Right.
And so,
right. And we're doing our part. We it's like everybody have a part to play. Our part is what we're doing right now. We're talking about it, trying to get you to get this book. How's the giveaway going?
So the giveaway, I mean, we're close to having given away all the books that I got. I got 100 of them.
To Cora, I could hear her over there say, "Yeah, you gave hers away."
No, we gonna, no, she's still gonna get her. There's a couple people we gave some. So Brother Eric got some, and we just getting it circulating. And of course, I want to thank the anonymous donor that made that possible. And
thank you.
And there's a lot of a lot of people.
We really appreciate that, man. I mean, that is that lets you know, man. It takes your whole heart to another place about humanism. In the midst of all this foolishness going on, and then that happens, and somebody shows that kind of selflessness with, no, I don't want no publicity for that. I don't want, you know what I mean? Like, that takes a lot. And they just wanted people to get the book.
And that's always been our thing too. It's just been everything we do is just about, look, just check out this information. And that, for me, that's the mission. The mission is get this information in people's hands where they can make up their own mind, they can form their own judgment, and see for themselves. And what a lot of people is starting to see is when they apply the principles of the Mucusless diet on themselves, that they start to feel better, and they start to see slime coming out of all orifices of their body, and realize that that slime was unnecessary, that you didn't need to have. You get them black strands and globs coming out of you. What nutrient does that help with? If that's just sitting up in you, you got this old slime.
What is that telling you that you are? If you are what you eat, what does that tell it? What does that say that you are?
Right. Yeah. Big slimy.
That has something to do with your esteem.
Yeah. Your esteem. Yeah, you are what you eat. Your self-esteem. You'd be like, I'm a, and so this path is just a path of, we just trying to get ourselves cleaned up and
work. You gotta do work.
Yeah,
you gotta be willing to want to do the work and have discipline. Discipline is key. A passion for regenerating yourself. You gotta have that passion, man. It's like,
it's not easy. That's the one thing, and nobody accused me of saying that this was easy, because I'll never be this is
practicing the Mucusless diet,
tough path
is the hardest piece out there. With it being the hardest to do, the results are the best,
right,
that it can be. This is another level. There's nobody on the internet talking about the Mucusless Diet Healing System, the level of regeneration that this system can provide you. There's nothing on the internet. Nothing. There's nothing out there.
You heard it here.
Yeah, you heard it.
Brother here, quote him. make a meme. Don't forget.
Be damned, I'm mad,
And I can't take it anymore.
I'm just sick of people trying to act like there's something else. This is hard work because of the lineage of disobedience that we're trying to overturn almost. It's like your families and your generations. We got to pay. It's like that collateral damage that we have to pay for. We're paying for that. That karmic energy. We're paying for all that bad karma. We're paying for that.
Yeah. I mean, you turn on the news, watch a documentary, look at just look at the devastation in every corner of the globe, on every place on this earth. And you don't think that you have to pay for some of that we can just live our lives and everything's like, I mean, people over here in the States, it's all, I go, everything's clean and I'm driving my car. And, just because you don't see the little slave 10-year-old girls in some other country in sweatshops that allowed you to have this $1 item that you bought at Walmart, just because you don't see them don't mean that you don't have to pay for that.
Yep.
And so when people start going through these eliminations and they're in such pain and they're, why God, why do I turn on the news and that's why. Yeah. Look outside and that's why. Check out a documentary. Look at the suffering of not only the people, but the animals, the earth. It's all united. It's all one.
Suicides, the murders,
the murders. The accidents.
All that karmic energy comes out. We're not sophisticated enough to understand it 100%, but we know a little bit about what we do. So what we're trying to do is turn that around, man. We're trying to we're trying to live as clean as we can inside of a trash receptacle. That's what it's like. It's like living in a garbage can. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, it's like living in a garbage can, and you try to be as clean as you can inside of the garbage can. And so, which that's a hard job.
right,
It's a hard job because the garbage can has inducements
right.
that'll get you to be a part of the trash. You know what I mean? Like over here, over there, So, check this out. So to stay into this mindset of cleanliness begets what? Cleanliness.
Right.
Filthiness begets what?
Filthiness.
So I mean, 1 + 1 is 2. It's not 23. So
Right.
let's just keep it simple. We talked about. I had a presentation for Professor Spira. Now you see directly behind me is a picture that I have talked about for years. This man wears all this Afrocentric garb. You see him in all kind of garb all the time, and he has locks. He's got all these instruments. Oh, you should see his studio. But he has this picture back here. It looks like Davy Crockett or Daniel Boone is hunting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of that today. I'm gonna present him with something that we had commissioned for the band Breatharian Ensemble, and we're gonna replace that. And he's gonna take that picture down. It's almost unwillingly because you look at him, he really don't want it. He's really gotten used to that picture. And,
I'm gonna put it up somewhere else here.
I know, but we're not gonna film. We're not gonna film over there, This artesian spring over here, or whatever is going on with the mountains and the hunters. I could see somebody.
There's no hunters in there.
I could see somebody with a bow and arrow hanging from a tree.
Right. Yeah.
And so we're gonna remove that. Hopefully we can put it up today. And
we'll see if whatever that's hanging, because it's been a long time. That's been up here a long time.
I don't know what's up there. So, but we're gonna get rid of that, and he's gonna put it someplace else. So if you ever come to Spirit Studios, you'll be able to see it in another room. And actually, this picture has gotten famous. People have talked about. I like the picture.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
Like it. Oh, don't change it. No, the hell with that. We're getting rid of that, and he deserves something better up there. So you deserve to see something better when you're watching him here at his post. So, and when we're here, I just feel like I want to be in better company when I come to visit, So we're gonna let's do that now.
All right.
Okay. So this is the picture. We had this commission for the Breatharian Ensemble Band. And so you could kind of see it's like in the gut of the belly, there's a food pyramid that we kind of changed the food pyramid around. And
it's presented right there in the gut, the grave.
Yeah. So this was, did you see the lemon tree?
Lemon trees, apple trees, the universe.
You
see Saturn.
Brother with locks. So that was the picture. So this was, when we do this, about 7, 8 years?
2006?
2006? Wow.
Man.
Ooh, that's 10, almost 10, 12. Wow. So this was the picture. So we're gonna replace this. We're gonna replace that picture with this. Okay. You haven't moved that picture what since you've been here?
Since I've been here since 2008.
Okay. So this is we're moving it. Okay. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. I want you to put it up.
All right.
It's not as wide, but
I'll probably have to
replace the because they don't come out enough, do they? Okay, that might work. There we go. So when you sit over here, then people will be able to see that. Yeah. That's more Mucus-free-Life.com, don't you think?
All right.
Yeah.
So,
That's more Mucus-free-Life.com. So that's been irritating me for years. So I finally remembered to do that. And so now you got a picture because you normally sit right there and then the picture there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Boom. We in there. So
that's what it looked like.
So that was good that we did that. Finally, man, you got a picture, man.
Yeah.
So
you feel better now?
I feel better, man. I feel like you are in the you're in the culture now.
Because I wasn't part of the culture before.
No, not the Mucus-free Life.
Yeah.
100%. You were like 98%.
Okay.
And you needed that. So now,
okay,
people that tune in, they'll look and they'll gravitate to that. They'll be like, wow.
Yeah, like what is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. So we did that.
Other than that, is there what else is happening with what about talking about folks who's doing things that we know? We talked about Israel and the Spanish version.
Yeah,
he has a restaurant.
Yeah,
he's gonna be
up. Yeah, it's not a date yet, but it's soon. It's gonna be opening up.
I would love to try to be there at that opening, man. That would be hip. And what else? I see a lot of cats doing music, man. Tobin changed his name, man. What was the significance of that? I haven't talked to him about it.
Yeah, Zoofius. I don't know. I'm not gonna ask him. Zoofius.
What's the what it mean, man? What
does
Tobin?
It mean?
I guess Tobin was his given name. So
all right,
he's Facebook Zoofius.
Right.
All right. And I see Sam Burton. I see him doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Sam's been making some videos and just been really, having some good things to say on the forum and supporting folks. And so he's coming up. Appreciate the work he's doing.
Oh yeah, she lives in the ashram now.
Yeah, the ashram life.
So she's eating the food she gets from the gardens, and it's a beautiful thing that she's doing. So
always.
What about Doug in Oregon? He cut himself real bad.
Yeah, and then it healed like real quick.
Yeah, he was talking about it didn't bleed.
That.
Yeah, man. So be careful with them knives, man. Because this was in his back, man. How do you accidentally cut yourself in the back?
Unless it's
Would you do it like a real dangerous game of bobbly pig
unless it's like cutting up them coconuts and you'd be like, go way back and
Oh,
snag yourself. I don't know,
okay. Well,
but
take care of yourself, brother. Don't kill
yeah,
yourself over a coconut.
and
Who else? Uh,
always appreciate Ashley's input on the forum, and
yeah,
you know, has good things to say to
she's
people and
always
keeping the
got
vibe
a
going.
uh, she's always got a slant on things, So
Right.
kind of wait to see how she's gonna look at something. She scares me though, because she's just one of those females that just she's just not one of those regular females. She has like hidden powers or something. I don't know, man. Like, okay, Ashley, like when you're around her, like no sun movement. Brother Thomas, he's always
Yeah, yeah,
supporting everybody and
yeah, yeah.
putting up spots with him and his children all the time.
Mm,
So he's a real family man.
yeah, yeah.
We love to see men that are family men.
Yeah,
We love
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and bringing
Sh-
them into life. He's bringing them into life. So
Shout out to Raw Food Foot Soldier Chris. I did an interview with him a couple weeks ago. Now I haven't posted it up on my channel yet, but you can find he's got links to his podcast I think is in the comment section right now. Um, he's plugging in. Got Steven. He's been doing some stuff on the forum. Some interesting posts talking about what he's going through. And Tom Barton. He's been supportive on the forum. And it's a good group of folks right now on the forum. And always appreciate that. I mean, that's been the thing at the forum is kind of like it's like my little child, where over the years where because now I kind of step back and just let it go, it's like let it roll without me always leading it or doing something like that. Because years ago, it used to be, I mean, I would literally talk to myself, as you've heard me probably talk about before. I would comment and then I'd answer myself and I just have this conversation by myself. And so those were the early days of just not a whole lot of people plugging in. But it's been beautiful just watching people just honestly interested in what we're talking about and interested in practicing the mucusless diet. I mean, that's what it's there for, and to try to create some kind of community, some kind of vibration that people can plug into. And Pablo Emmanuel, he's got a picture of the brother air salad on there.
Oh wow, is that
We'll
Pablo? Wow. I mean, that's another thing. The brother air salad, man. It seems everybody wants to check it out.
It was the.
I guess I can't take too much credit. It was my mother's Waldorf salad that I kind of did a job on and tried to make as mucusless as possible. And I have to give Boye credit for really, I mean, she started a business with it. And it was moving like hundreds of salads a week.
Right.
So I'm looking at, and it's funny, everybody makes the salad different.
A little
They use the
different,
same
yeah.
stuff, but they I'm not a big chunk man. I don't like chunks. Some people like it chunky.
Yeah.
So that's been something, man. Yeah, Pablo's been serious, man. Been really digging in and influencing people around him. So yeah, he's one of the ones that says he's going to try to make the lecture in Sacramento. So that would be real hip to get a chance to hang out. And so yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah. So it's onward and upward, and I guess we could tease what's going to be happening soon. Is Brother Air is going to make himself available for some consultations, and so this is kind of never before thing. It'd be kind of like limited time, but I've been asking him for a while, like, man, you got to do some consultations and really get into like the life coaching part of not just the diet, but just the whole everything that Brother Air has to offer. And so if you've had your questions and all that, get your questions ready, start writing them down now, because the opportunity for consultations with Brother Air is coming soon, as well as there's going to be a premium package where you can travel and meet up with Brother Air for a weekend and basically spend the weekend with Brother Air. It teach you everything that you need to know about food prep, mucus-free food preparation and the enemas and just whatever, and answer all your questions. So that's coming down the pike. So get ready for that.
I can't wait, man. You finally talked me into it.
Yeah.
I've been doing it just privately, I guess, with but now it's offering it to the people. And,
yeah. Put a little bit, a little bit more.
I mean, but I would do it, very exclusive. I just sometimes I just don't feel like I have enough information to share with people like that, but you've made me realize that I have way more information than I think I have, that people would kill to get some of this information.
Yeah.
And so I'm finally pulling the trigger on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's time. The demand is there, so it's So we all, like we say, we all doing our part to get this information out there and help people just learn about what they can do. Learn their part, because everybody needs to be. What Sunrise say? Is this everybody needs to be playing their part in this orchestra of the cosmos.
Yes. And I can guarantee you, and I do guarantee you, anytime you spend time with me, I'm gonna guarantee you're gonna take something away, because I'm gonna be, most cases I'll be fasting. If you request that I not fast and you want me to eat with you or whatever, I'll do that too. But most cases, I'll be fasting and trying to really dig into a certain vibration that we can create together to try to heal us. It's not just healing you; it's healing us. That's what happens. Is when you transmit information, it's about healing you. That heals you. Is transmitting information that heals someone else. It's all connected, man. It's not like I have this magic wand I'm gonna put on you and you're healed. No, it's like you gotta come and you gotta be honest. And you got to really want to heal yourself. We got to really want to heal ourselves. I'm in the process. I'm hoping that you look at yourself as in the process of getting it together. And so we're in this thing together. For real, we're in this thing together. So these are what these consultations and these clear weekends are going to be about, like real intense, man,
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. We'll be, when that drops, just be plugged in, and make sure if you have not signed up for the mailing list, make sure that you signed up, Mucus-free Life Insiders Club. And That's usually the first people to hear about stuff is that, that because I send that information out. And then but yeah, so there's a lot coming down the pike. As we said before, Brother Air be in Sacramento on June 11th. And in the live chat, I put the link up there to where you can get the tickets and more information about that. And just definitely, if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, which you should be, but if you're not, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to be notified, I always forget to say that, but there's a little button, an additional button that you can find on below the video if you want to be notified of the it's like a little button that looks like a bell. You hit that, then you'll get notified whenever I put up a new video. And I got some new things coming out here this next couple of months. Definitely gonna be coming out with some stuff, so stay plugged in. And as always, this was a nice little hit. We've made Brother Air feel better. We changed the picture back there. Man, oh man. But now I feel like I need to get something else to put here, like some other piece of art or something.
Well, so just make sure it's not no more
and I'm gonna get
field and stream paintings.
I had to get.
I might have to get you something else, man, because I'm not trusting you, man, to buy anything or to get anything that's gonna be,
See, but
the worst thing that could happen is you put up something that gets on my nerves too. So I'll get another. I'll find something else.
I would. The main thing, the one thing about that the other painting was very much, that I wasn't scaring nobody. No one was gonna be scared away. That was like my that part of me that is.
You were scaring me.
I'm talking about like the.
It's like feel creepy, man. Like, Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone was a man.
That was for the soccer mom contingent that likes Professor Spira.
I don't think that's scary.
No.
I think that's gonna make people.
And people are more evolving and more evolved. That terrified people 10 years ago. Like people they wasn't ready at all. It was like, whoa, is that? People called that satanic. That was, I had people that was like, man, that looks like, I had people, family members and people that was following it on online. They'd be like, man, that looks like, is that some kind of cult thing? What is that? They didn't get it at all. And so now, it's like I said, it's a whole different consciousness now that's around where people actually understand it. They understand what the meaning of it is. And so that's what's going on. So just stay plugged in, and appreciate it. See if anybody asks any questions over here. We got the comment section here. What we say? Someone asked something. Lotus Flower asks, how do you feel about every other day fast? For someone who is experienced with fasting already, thank you for coming out today, guys. Greatly appreciate what you do. Fasting every other day, I don't know. Personally, that kind of, that it depends on, really all depends on where you are physiologically and, what you're working on, what you're doing, what do you eat on those off days. I'm not a fan of that. If you're like kind of stuffing yourself on the days that you eat, and then you go a day of not eating kind of consciously, like I'd rather see someone just be totally mucus free and then do a fast of however many days, and sort of, and that's a little bit more along the lines of Eric's fasting recommendations and methodology. I know there is a lot of the intermittent fasting. I mean, that's kind of in vogue right now. There's a lot of videos, people talking about the intermittent fasting and all that kind of stuff, and so uh, that where and people talk about, well, I fast all day, which to me that's not really fast. I mean, if they'll say, well, I fast for 18 hours and I have a meal, like where once that's eaten once a day. Uh, so I mean, in terms of just transition, if it feels good to and it's where you're at, because you might do that for a little while and then get into something else, so you want that freedom to be able to, you might be in a eat every other day kind of thing, and then you shift over here to something else, and so I would say to that, just always come back to the rational fasting methodology, and because you want to work on transitioning into and out of fasting, which to me is a little bit more important, when you learn how to properly get into a fast, sustain it, and then get off of it. Because what happens sometimes too, and I see the intermittent, is sometimes people will overeat when they do eat, and so
that's the big thing. Intermittent fasting.
the intermittent fasting, and there's different definitions of it, and concepts and stuff about around it, but so I'm just a fan of Eric's methodology.
I don't want to eat. I want to eat. I don't want to eat. I want to eat.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
So if it works for you, in terms of your transition, that could be a step, but I just wouldn't get yourself pigeonholed into something like that, because I don't even like to say, some people like to say, okay, I'm going to do a fast for this long, I'm gonna do a fast for a certain amount of time, whereas I don't like to do that. I'd rather just, if I'm getting into a fast, like, okay, I'm getting into a fast, and then read my body, really watch and take instructions from my body. Once you kind of get off of the launch pad, then it's like, okay, I don't know how long this is gonna go. I'm gonna just the intuition, let the intuition take over. And so it's kind of a different approach, as opposed to, whenever people are like, okay, I'm gonna do a 21-day fast, or I'm gonna do a 40-day water or whatever, I'm like, that's putting this pressure on you that you don't need when you're actually fasting. I mean, that type of pressure and that type of mindset is actually not what you want when you're relaxing and getting into that fasting type of mode, so that's what I would say about it. I don't know if Brother Arrow has something to add.
About intermittent fasting. I just started hearing about it the last couple of weeks. I just started hearing about it, so I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I mean, intermittent. I mean, it's basically.
I mean, with a day off, a day eat, a day off, a day. I mean,
well,
I understand it.
I mean, like, the word intermittent fasting can apply to Eric's methodology, but there's a wide there's wide definitions. There's some people that have used the word intermittent fasting, and they're talking about like every other day, or fasting most of the day and eating once a day. So it's like, I fasted for 18 hours and then I ate, or that kind of.
Intermittent fasting is something that you could do like 4 days a week and then eat 2 days. I mean,
all of that, all of those variations could be talked about as intermittent fasting.
For 4 days of this week and I'm gonna fast for 3 days. I really don't have a problem with that. I mean, I'm all down for cats not eating. So however you get to it, if you're not consuming, it's all good. But there has to be a means to an end to doing this thing. I mean, I like the whole concept of not eating as much. That's what, when you say intermittent fasting, that's what that means to me. Not eating as much. Like I'm eating out of 7 days, I might be eating 5 days. I'm good with that. I don't have a problem with it. I mean,
Mm.
so if you're looking at it like that, every day, like uh, eh, the not eating half of the day and then eat. It just depends on what you're eating when you decide to eat the rest of the day. If you wait, I mean, I've seen people. I've seen the Ramadan fast
Mm. Mm.
with the at the but in the morning they start in the morning, the sun comes
Yeah,
up,
they fat.
the sun
Yeah,
comes down, and
sun.
then boy they eat like gluttons.
Right when right,
Man,
right.
I've seen that. In my family, I have some Muslims, and so I mean, but you know that you get up and do your day, and a lot of times you don't eat until the sun goes down anyway.
Yeah,
So I mean, that's just natural occurrence, So
yeah, yeah. So that's
so I mean, I'm not that impressed with that. So
with that. Yeah, so that's see. Bo Yi says, tell Takora hi. Well, why don't you come up here, Takora? Get you. Why don't you say
I
hi
think she was
hi to the
there.
folks?
All right, Tikora, Tikora,
Ooh, peace.
This is
Sisters and
Takora.
brothers.
Been practicing the diet for hundreds of years.
Yes. I'm 744.
And
Hey, boy.
so how's your day going? What's
This day is spectacular. It's awesome. It is so fabulous up here in Spira spheres. It
yeah.
is a spaceship that is absolutely divine. I love it. I'm going to pitch a tent in his backyard and talk to his eagles and his birds. He has
climbed
lots of
his
different food.
trees.
He got black walnuts. Oh man,
Yeah,
it's divine here. He's
Yeah.
graced with absolute mucus-free power. So
Yeah. So now you came down, you're just down for a couple days and you're gonna be going back to the
AT
hot Atlanta.
I am an AT alien, and I must return to my spaceship. And to me, it's not as hot as it was. Today was a good, nice, hot day here in
Yeah. Yeah,
Columbus.
this has been the first time it's really
Oh
been
man,
nice and warm
it
up here.
was beautiful. Absolutely, it is absolutely beautiful today. When I get there, my intentions is to finish what I started. Is to prepare and open up the portals for you all to come through and to do, bring this peace to the people in Atlanta. As a
Mm.
matter of fact, we had several interviews organized, set up, but for some strange reason, the work must be done by those ones to be really graced with the presence for you all to come through to make that happen. I do see that something tremendously fiery is going to transpire out of this when you all come, especially when you all come to loving it. That is going to really be the highlight, I think, of Georgia receiving such a great gift from sisters and brothers here in this part of Ohio.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. And we today one of the video sessions that we had with Sister Decorah as well as Sister Janan, which I think is making her interest. She's coming back. We talked about the Mucusless Diet Healing System and female issues,
Ashe.
which has been something that we talked about doing for a long time, and finally got a chance to talk to some women about their experiences practicing Mucusless diet and get in some intimate, some pretty intimate details about just about the woman's uh, life experience, and so. And oh, Janan's here. But bring her on up, Janan Al
I had to
Jahani.
go get some water.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So say hello to
Hi.
all of YouTube. We are live.
Hi, people out there live.
And so
You
yeah,
too.
yeah, we had a
Thanks, Brother Air.
great conversation. I was very pleased that just pleased that we was able to do that. That's something that I have wanted to do for a long time. And so yeah, so get ready for that. And so how has your day been, Janan?
Oh, it was pretty good. Like I said, I left. I went to go get some fresh water, and I had a conversation with a friend, my friend Angie, on I'm going to their junior high here. It's one of the local junior highs, and I'm going to be teaching a workshop to some of the kids there on Thursday this week. So
Right, because you are a dancer and you
Yeah.
do Middle Eastern belly
Middle Eastern
dancing and
dancing, yes.
and you are acquainted with the other types of dance.
Right, but
Yeah.
I've been doing this art form, the belly dancing, for most of my life, more than any other style of dance. So about 22 years now. So yeah, I get to have some fun on Thursday afternoon teaching some seventh graders the art of belly dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the art. That was another discussion. Well, we did a lot today, and we played some music, and then we talked about art and the importance of just following your passion and creativity, improvisation. That these things are so vital because when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you feel good and you're doing what you're passionate about, it makes it so much easier to eat how you're supposed to eat. Makes it easier to be able to fast. It just you are putting yourself in alignment with the universe, and that's really what this is all about. It's trying to put ourselves in alignment with nature and the universe, but it's a transition, and that's the thing, because there are some people that say, oh well, you're still driving vehicles and you're doing this and you're living in a place where we use heat and electricity and all that. And the message is, see, I know there's a lot of people that have tried to go off the grid. A lot of those people that go off the grid, they're like the grizzly bear hunters and the folks that killing the deers and going out there and we met a deer enthusiast not that long ago. And so
I don't know if you can call him an enthusiast if he's killing them.
right. And so and so so there's that type of off the grid. But see, what we want to do is when you want to transition to the point where when you leave, you really gone. You really are not, you disconnect and you stay disconnected. And so that's what we're preparing to do. And but in the process right now, this is a time of service and a time of plugging in, where you use the technology that's available to get off of the technology. I mean, it's like we use certain mucus forming foods to get off of worse mucus forming foods. So it's always a transition. And when you understand and you master this concept of transition, then it's almost like you can do anything, because transition, that same principles of transition is how you become a great artist. You learn, you do a little bit, then you learn how to do a little more, and you keep capitalizing on that.
Technology came out of sickness. The sicker we got, the higher level the technology got.
Right.
So you have to wean your way as we try to do, as we understand that we are sick and we try to put ourselves back together again. So the technology, we wean our way out of technology. I wean my way away from television. Just little steps that you can take. And sooner or later, it's going to be the grid. But we need to understand that how technology was developed was based out of sickness. The sicker we got, the higher level of sickness, the higher level technology got. When we wanted to stop using our legs to walk, we created ways to ride. That's a sickness. It's a degenerate sickness. Okay, so with our eyes, we created glasses. You know what I mean? Everything was developed out of sickness as far as technology is concerned. So it's a step, you know, when people, well, you're still on the grid, but it's being on the grid, but give us half the chance to make the move that we really think that we could. First, you got to know how to do it.
First you got to, and what I like to say is clean yourself up first. See, that's where a lot of people want to do it the other way around. They want to, they like, oh, this is real hard. They want to move first and then clean. What I'm saying is, I want to use the Midwest like it's a big toilet, and I want to put all of my waste here. I don't want to take all my waste with me to some beautiful tropical paradise. Right. I want to put the waste where it belongs. Put it here. Leave it here. And then, you know, when it's paradise time, you ain't worried about that type of elimination and super toxic
like
stuff.
When you go to the tropics and you have a bowel movement, and 5 days later you see a plant growing.
Yeah, a little something, little sapling.
You see what I'm saying? That's healthy. That's, you know, the real organic type of recycling. You know, that's the real recycle.
Recycle your garbage.
I remember Dick Gregory said the highest technology ever is the woman breastfeeding a baby. That's the highest technology. You know, the deepest sickness I know that ever existed is not remembering.
Yeah.
You know, and so whatever we come up with from here on out got to be the best, the highest, the deepest, the most powerful way to get to our ancient memory, because that's how these ancient mountains stay intact.
Yes.
You know, it's through remembering. And so we got to do the work to keep the tropics intact and to make sure this part of the planet doesn't submerge.
Now, Cora, is it true now that when babies are breastfeed, like the women, the modern women, what comes out of their breast is Similac?
What?
Absolutely. Whatever that woman consumes is whatever that baby's.
Is that true?
So,
I've heard that.
When a woman or a female in particular, because a woman is not going to do that. You know, a woman knows what to put in her body. A young girl may not know, or an immature or undeveloped woman.
So do we have a lot of women around? I mean, if you say women stand up, will a lot of women stand up, or will it be very few?
I feel like we do have a lot of women. However, they are not given the accolades.
What, grow girls or grow women?
We have a lot of immature, you know, sisters.
Older girls.
Grow girls.
We do.
Grow boys,
you know,
and grow girls.
Absolutely, both. Because this is what the society breeds. You're not to think, you're to do. And whatever we give you to do, then do. Don't ask questions. You get gifts, you get presents to be stupid. You know, you got video games, you don't have to run and think.
Right.
You know,
right.
You got cars and all these other things to play with and to keep your mind occupied with. Don't question my authority. This is how we're treated. So if you question my authority, I can tase you, and I'm not going to jail for this. I'm going, you know, do whatever I want to do to you and with you. And if I decide I want to put you 6 feet under, I'm still gonna get over and get away with it, because this is how the law is set up for them to do this, because the majority of us, we're in fear. False evidence or appearing real. We don't see that it's not real because we buy into it. We believe it. We want a lot of our people want to believe it. Just like the hospitals, they grow every. I have never seen Cincinnati with so many hospitals. I was in awe when I saw.
It's like a hospital city. The whole, it's just it's just hospitals make up the city.
It was unbelievable. I was in awe.
A whole community.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And I was talking to brothers and sisters in the roster community, and I had did a reasoning there, and I said to all of them, I said, pick which one you want to go to, because if you continue to do what they're doing, they're gonna get your body organs. You just got to pick which hospital you want to go have them, taken out of.
Right.
Or either you don't give them your power, and instead fast and collectively know that doing an animal is better surgery than any surgery on the planet. You don't have to cut, you don't have to heal, you don't have to go through rehabilitation. It's something simple. So plugging back in, and I don't ever get tired of talking about doing no animal. Ever. I don't ever get talking about.
Hey, people think that
cleansing.
The controversy is people think that that's the exit, and that you don't mess with the exit.
It's the answer.
Depends on how you're messing with the exit. I think an enema is perfectly acceptable.
It is. I mean, and I know this for a fact. As millions and billions of people that may be plugging into this, and they're like, "Why are they talking about an enema?" The same reason you will be talking about epidemic that's happening in this country, which is a European in power. He's talking about killing people.
Or a new drug that's available for
Right.
a disease.
So why wouldn't you talk about a solution to a problem everywhere versus a problem somewhere wanting to create a larger devastation everywhere? This is a universal issue we're dealing with, and we plugging right into the stratosphere. We plugging into the planet. All we doing is eliminating stuff that the planet was formed and created to make a pleasure to give to us, and we know that it's not good for us. Everything that we got around us, even our own physical bodies, is of this planet, and all we have to do is remember how to be in it and let it go and take it to another level. We spirits in these bodies. We're actually air inside of physical flesh, and we can leave here with we can leave here pain free. We can leave here more intelligent and more enlightened and more in love. Why are we sick like this? Because we got stuff stuck inside of us. Today, I got up willfully, cleansed, and the day went fantabulous. And I intend to do one tonight, and the next light, and the day after. And I intend to make sure that anybody that I'm around, whether I'm in a store or whether I'm close to my relatives, I'm going to mention that to them about, the surgery. Did you have surgery today? What do you mean surgery? Did you clean? Did you clean yourself today? Did you bathe? You brush your teeth? Then what about the colon? So an extension of myself is an extension of everybody else that I'm around, and I'm gonna keep flush, because that's the solution to the pollution.
Yeah. And there's a question from Raw Food Foot Soldier Chris. Do the ladies recommend fasting or detoxing during pregnancy?
It's okay. I've done it.
It's okay. Okay. During it.
Mhm.
All right.
As a matter of
Um,
fact, you can't tell that you fasting because you're so preoccupied with doing your everyday ritual. You really
Because what about now?
don't
Did
even
you go
consider
through a
fasting.
thing where you started craving? Because some women, they there's like the theory of, well, I'm eating for two, and they will start eating really bad, just opposite, it's bad foods and overeating. And
It's
did you
true.
experience some of that?
It's true. I have, and I did, and I got sick, and I didn't like being sick with the baby in me. That caused more problems. As a matter of fact, I didn't ask anybody. I just did it. I took enemas during my childbearing, and I didn't, and I still wouldn't. I wouldn't tell nobody none of my business as far as carrying a bean because I didn't want the ridicule, one, and then two, I didn't want for my partner to feel like I was doing something against his will. And I did them. I did enemas with my children inside of me, and I was careful about what I ate because I didn't want for any of my children to have uh, a deformity, one, and I didn't want them to come in here real sick because we're all born here coming in here sick.
Sister Nicole, uh, are the what are the myths of doing an enema while pregnant? What's the bad myths? I mean, what do they say would happen?
To be truthfully honest, I have no idea. All I know is that when I did them, everything was copacetic, everything was wonderful, well, and awesome. I I don't know. I've never focused on anything negative somebody may have had to say or anything. I have experienced people that sisters that had children say, "Is it okay to do an enema while I'm pregnant?" I was like, "Yeah, it's okay." And that's the end of the matter because I'm not gonna give somebody some information about something I don't know about. I don't know about anybody that has ever done them that had a bad experience or anybody that don't do them when they carrying shit. I don't know. I know for myself. I did them. I had 5 daughters, and one of them I had in the hospital. And I said, I'm not having not now one of these children in the hospital ever again because I had the comfort of my own home. And after I had my children, I had the liberty to take my enemas. And good Lord, doing one of my bearings, um, my little one of my little children was reading to me, and the other one was laying down there watching the other one being conceived and said, "Mama, you doodling." And I did. I actually had excrement coming out of me. And so my oldest daughter removed it so that the little one can come through. And when she got in, I said, "Put her on top of me." My oldest daughter laid her on top of me. And I took all the excrement out of her sinuses and her mouth and ears and laid her back on me. And then we worked out the placenta. And it was all good. And I guarantee you, after that, honey, she was comfortable. I was comfortable. I did do me animal. Because I was like, I had some crap in me when I was delivering. I was like, I was feeling shit. But it was all good. It's safe.
Yeah.
It's safe. It really is safe. It's very safe. And it can prevent autism and retardation in your child. I know that for a fact. Because all of them, all my girls, they read, they're very intelligent. I got 2 yogis, 3 drummers, 3 singers. All of them are artists. So it's a perfectly well thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Jana, I got something to say, honey.
Mm.
Oh, I don't really have anything to say regarding pregnancy because I have never been pregnant. But
Well, you know you got to talk to about that.
but no, no. And you know what's funny about that is my mother, from as far back as I can remember, she would say, you know what, I love your father and you kids with my whole heart, but if I was you in your body and had your life to live, I would not get married and I would not have children.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Awesome, mother.
I don't I
All
don't know.
right.
I don't know. But I guess I just always thought throughout my years that my mother knew me better than I knew myself. So I went with it.
Words of
I went with it.
Right.
But about like enemas and
So that
fasting.
was words of wisdom.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And my mother has never been wrong.
Okay.
No matter how much we advance in society and how old she gets, she still is never wrong. She's 80
Okay, boom.
she's 84 years old
Wow.
and can't operate a single piece of technology, but she's yet to be wrong about anything. So
Wow.
but being that I've never been pregnant, I will say that fasting in enemas right before your menstrual cycle starts makes all of the difference. I typically, because now that I know with the diet, I know when I'm about to start my cycle. I try to fast the first at least 2, hopefully 3 days into it or prior to, and that's made all the difference in shortening the cycle. And I've any cramping that I would have had before, I don't experience that at all. At all.
So when you say shortening the cycle, what are we talking? 2 days,
Meaning,
3 days, 5 days?
yeah, like typically a lady's cycle is like 5 to 6 days. Like that's the average from what I hear everybody say. But it lightens it, so there's less blood, and it can shorten it. So and when there's less blood, that's for the ladies that have a lot of cramping. All that cramping will cause more blood to come out. So if you're cramping less, then you'll bleed less, and so that helps. So.
Yeah. Some great stuff. Now is a great great question, because that's a common question. Like we said, that me and Brother Air would we get all these questions about the the pregnancy and all that. Now I'll refer. I had the one video with Sister Mawusi on there, where she was pregnant while she was calling in to our old radio show. We had the radio show years ago for about 4
I'm
years.
sure you gallantly fumbled through it.
Well, no, she was talking. We let her talk. She
Good,
was
that's probably
she
best.
had she had the floor, and she was also talked about she did enemas during the pregnancy and all that kind of stuff.
That was a great show. Go look it up. It's on
It's on the channel.
It's on the channel. It
Yeah.
bought a pipeline.
Yeah, mortality pipeline.
I don't know. Did we label it Mawusi or?
No, it's pregnancy. If you just like Mucusless Diet Pregnancy, it should come up. You could type that into YouTube, and it would come up.
It is good.
And so one question that we talked about in the other video, but we'll field it now while we're on that subject, is I get messages almost every day about Candida, and so I want to hear your response again on the live feed about just dealing with that. What is it? First of all, what is it, and how do you deal with it? And are fruit dangerous to it? The fruit, in some way, because that's the myth, is that fruit would cause Candida and fungus to grow and all this kind of stuff. So what's your perspective on that?
Candida is constipation. It is a living organism. They eat like we eat, and they are determined to live inside of a host that will feed them. And you can eat fruit, which is one of the best ways to rid your body of Candida, simply because fruit tricks Candida. Fruit is sweet, and Candida loves sweets. And so, in the event that you do eat like an orange, or you eat apples or maybe watermelon and stuff, it'll trick Candida, and it can help the body eliminate, which is waste. Fruit is the best laxative ever. With so doing, you want to apply enemas, because enemas help to rid the lower colon of excess and stuck, impacted waste. We have to remember that one, we live in these bodies, and two, these bodies, the machines work perfectly well when we do what needs to be done to live inside of them. Our original food or our original fuel for these body temples is simply fruits and vegetation. Water is in all the fruits and water is in all the vegetables. So, in the event you drink water, you can drink distilled water, which helps to irrigate the bloodstream or the body. Enemas, again, are the solution.
And what about you recommend any kind of douching or anything in these
Those are
cases?
helpful. They're very, very helpful. I use black walnuts. Black walnuts grow in the northern hemisphere. As a matter of fact, black walnuts can grow in different parts of the planet. I
How do
use
you
black
use your
walnuts.
black walnuts? What do you?
Oh, black walnuts. They got a scope on YouTube about black walnuts. They're really, really good. For me personally, I would take the black walnut, soak them in some water, and then take them out the water, and then I'll put them in some boiling water. Use that black walnut stuff, and I'll make sure I put those black walnuts in a like a tray or something. I put them in the oven, dry them off real good. I don't turn the oven a pie, just let them in dry, and then I'll dehull them. So you can use the whole, you can use the black walnut and the sap, and you would take that little walnut and just keep putting it in water, and you can drink it, you can bathe in, it, you can do your hair, whatever you want to do with it. It will take them parasites and do what need to be done with them people, because them parasites they love you, and a lot of people are parasitic and they are so sick. A lot of people call them wicked, evil, and all that other stuff, but they do make you do really mean things. So, take for instance a police, not to offend none of y'all, a police that is highly hyper on refined sugars, which is a crack. It's really, really, really dangerous. And in the event that this particular officer is like really, really strung out on, coffee and donuts, and he go out there and he have a call and he ready to just, go to, he ready to kill. Them parasites will tell him to do all manner of stuff. They will be like, kick him in the face, break his arm, shoot him, just kill him. He ain't no good. Now parasites are they're very, 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 very intelligent. And like I said, these are bodies we're living in. These people who have knowledge of where we're living at, they're gonna control you if you don't get control of yourself. Wow. These are really serious. Oh my God. Wow. Oh
Yeah.
People are throwing up right now.
my wow.
Take a break for the clean.
This is just a friendly your neighborhood tapeworm that someone had to now we was talking about the surgery.
Damn.
So this would be considered acceptable, but doing an enema is just dangerous and just terrible. You're gonna put something up your rear end, but this is okay. This is all right. You can get a little surgery.
This is worse than going in the rear end. You are getting cut
Right.
open.
Right.
Your organ is getting cut open by a complete
Stranger.
And if you wanted to be a global family member, he's going in there and he's going to rip you apart. And then you have to heal from this. And so does your organ.
And you're walking around with this. I mean, they're alive. Like, so you're you just rather just hoard them and keep them inside and then wait till you go to a hospital or a doctor. And so,
and then
you like your poo that much.
and there's some people that's looking at that and they're like, they're thinking about tomato sauce. And they're like, it's spaghetti.
Professor Spira.
Oh, Spirit, that is absolutely deep.
Yeah, that's still
Sushi.
Yeah. I mean, that's yeah, exactly. Sushi, pig. you know, all that you eating, you are yeah,
See,
you
black walnut would have killed those. Just staying on black walnuts for a whole year, not eating none of that poison and those toxins, it would kill them, and you could see them in your stool.
Yep. Yeah, and everybody saying that, and that always blows people away, because people in the forum, you know, that's something that's, you know, our forum, people start putting up, they'll be doing enemas and they'll get all this slime out or worms, and then they'll take picture of it and be like, you know, check it out, look what I got out, you know.
Show them devils that's laying and living inside of you.
I'm a bronze this, you know, I'm a put these next to my bronze baby shoes.
Wow.
I took a picture of my first mucoid black. I didn't show nobody, but I did take a picture.
Oh, honey. I be wanting to see what's inside of Negroes and folks. I want to see what's inside of people.
No.
And because it gives you a telltale idea of what this person's dealing with psychologically, you know, and why people think the way they think and do the things they do, because they got a lot of doo-doo inside of them. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Damn. Whoa. See, that's how my first one looked when Victor told me to do the limitless. It looks just like that black mucoid plaque. That was my stuff. And what's so deep? Just recently, it wasn't dark, but it was mucusy, and it was a long strand. I was like, where did that come from?
Like green.
You know, I'm like, oh my word.
The first mucoid plaque was green.
Well, we did used to eat White Castles. at Burger King, and so collateral damage is
dang. That's a good one.
I think about all the fish and chips and the lemon meringue pies and the banana puddings, and man, I was a pure glutton. I wasn't just a glutton. I was a pure glutton, man. I mean, I would eat till I just couldn't eat no more. I mean, man.
Yeah.
Sweets. I would eat sweets, and I would eat no food. You know, no like dinner. I would just, if I made me a lemon meringue pie, I would eat it till it's gone.
You sound like mom.
And wake up in the morning if some is still left and eat it there.
Breakfast.
I mean, it was bad, man. I give thanks every day, man. I changed my health. I know I wouldn't have been here. I know if I would have kept up the drug usage and the bad diet, man, I love food. I love to cook. I can bake. I had access to
you make a mean salad, by the way.
Well, that speaking of a mean salad, I baked the salad, and well, this is a funny story too. Like I made the salad for the Brother Air
psychopathic therapy session.
Okay, so I had all the salad. I mean, I made a lot that day, you know, compared to. So Sister Janine took the salad with her.
And this is like a big foil, pan.
Like a catering type of
yes.
Thing, you know,
like as big as like 2 casserole pans.
It was like a lot, and maybe half, I guess.
Yeah, I took that and a fork. And
had to make the trip back to Columbus.
I sat in the passenger seat of Professor Spira's car.
Hated the salad. I mean, by the time you got to Columbus, you hated the salad. Oh my God!
No, it was just gone.
It was just there was no salad left. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it.
No,
I loved it all. I was loving on all of it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Man,
Crushed it.
that was a lot of
Yeah.
salad.
I have a very large appetite,
Wow.
extremely
That was a lot
large,
of salad.
and it was
I mean,
delicious.
a lot of salad. I mean, that
Yeah,
was a
'cause
lot
I didn't
of
think it'd be
salad,
all be
man.
gone, and then I was like,
I mean,
do you?
that was
'cause
enough salad to feed another 20, 25, 30 people.
Because I think I was like,
If even Professor Spira can look at something and say, "I don't know how you ate,"
That
then
was a lot of salad.
right,
it
right.
was delicious.
Because I thought I was about to, like, do you need a package? Do we need to put it in the refrigerator? He's like, no, I ate it all. Like,
Wow.
what? Hey. And,
I danced a lot that day.
Brother Air salad.
yeah, and that was all you ate because you didn't eat anything else. So earlier.
And now
today.
everybody's making the Brother Air salad.
Yeah,
it's really
the
popular.
phenom.
Yeah, we're waiting on Professor Spira's soft salad.
Yes, I gotta send that recipe.
We're waiting to taste the soft salad. And but yeah, the Brother Air salad is and so I'm glad folks like it, you know, because but with me, if I make it, I'll make enough for a couple of days, I think, and then that becomes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I just eat it.
It's
until
so
it's
easy.
gone. I'll have
It's
none
delicious.
left for tomorrow. You know, so because it was, I designed that salad around my sweet tooth. You know.
Yeah, because you had raisins in there. For it was
Yeah,
yeah,
I had
raisins.
and dates.
Yeah, that was what made it.
Apples,
Yeah.
garlic, dates. Was it dates?
Cabbage.
Cabbage, carrots, wild onion.
Oh yeah, the onions. Yeah.
Gold bell peppers, red bell peppers.
It was the combination of everything together.
Yeah,
Is what it was.
Yeah,
the combo.
So that was pretty much. I think that was it. Olives. Yeah, olives. That was marinated. Apples.
Mm.
You said the raisins. That was about it. And
right.
Then I suggested the
lemon and chive.
Yeah, the
vinegar free.
Annie's dressing.
Because it wasn't no vinegar in that. So so now you go like, oh, and I had optional the walnuts.
Mm.
I didn't have them in there. I just had them over on the side if you like them.
Oh, okay.
But they weren't in the salad.
Oh, okay.
They were just over on the side if you wanted to put them over your salad.
I see. I don't think I did.
Because you know some people are allergic to nuts, so I left them out. But yeah, man, that's a great. I mean, you can eat that in the morning.
Right. Yeah. Just if you have a huge bowl of it in your refrigerator.
You know, Boye was delivering these things at lunch.
Yeah.
To people in these office buildings, and they were just.
And Boye says go to saladfairy.com to get Brother Air's salad recipe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So she lays it out. She has in
the video,
and she shows the whole salad, and she was making the salad real chunky. You notice that salad was very fine.
It was.
I'm like,
it was.
I chop everything up super fine.
I love that. Because I think that it made the combo happen.
Just
seamlessly, and it was just it was delicious in every bite. Just put it that way.
I like everything very, very, very fine. And so, but she had been selling it very chunky, and people loving it, very chunky. And then I look at the way people make it. About 4 or 5 people have made it and posted it, and it's been real chunky. I mean, like the dates are completely whole. They don't even cut the dates up.
Everybody has their way.
They just lay the dates on top of the salad.
Okay. Everybody has their. I think I like it your way only because that it's consistent all the way throughout, and it's a delicious bite every time I stuck my fork in it, and so it was great.
I love it. I love it. Just everything. I mean, I take like a long time making that because I mean, like the garlic, I get it so fine that it's just so. I mean, like so fine. Everything is fine. I just I just because I
Love.
don't like chunks in my mouth. I want it to come
Yeah.
together in my mouth. And
Okay.
the only thing I don't cut up is the apples and the raisins.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
That's
Right.
chunky. I mean, that's
Right.
the raisin. And that's
Yeah.
the apple cube.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. That's
And,
good. It's just apple cube.
and I
But-
think I use cucumber. in that.
Okay.
So that's it. So yeah,
That was great. Yeah. Perfect for every meal.
yeah. So
Come back, Takora.
so
Am I?
You're too big for Takora.
you want to get back there.
Yeah, I'm good. So, all right. And, let's see what comments. Oh, and Bowie says, thanks for sharing that, Janan, fasting before the cycle. I needed to hear that again.
No problem.
Somebody, Kim Kamizi. My cycle is 3 days. Then Tara also using natural cloth pads in Menstrual Cup.
Yeah, that's a new thing. The menstrual cup. Well, it's a new thing for me. Let's put it that way. It's a new thing for me. I have tried that recently, and it's great as far as just refraining from putting something in you that it's that you've had it that you're going to have in you for a length of time, and pieces could come up. I'm referring to a tampon because sanitary pads aren't for everybody, especially those females of us that are active, and we just can't do it. But the menstrual cup is a pretty neat creation that I think is great if some ladies give it a try.
There are right now, as we speak, there is a new product that is created by Nubians, and this product is for women who no longer want to use recycled plastic lining their vagina and not getting oxygen, causing tumors and other womb issues that are proven, scientifically proven, that a lot of these sanitary pads as well as the tampons is causing not only toxic shock syndrome, but that are infecting a lot of women's wombs. And a lot of women have had hysterectomies, which weren't necessary. However, they got them because they were recommended. And this new product will be displayed very, very soon when I get to Georgia. I am now becoming an investor. So,
Wonderful. That's great.
and there's a piece. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna make sure that Professor Spira posts it. And if you'd like to become a potential investor, then link with that website.
Yeah.
The Moon
Nice.
Sisters.
Let's see. We have another question here. Oh, they say Kamizi, they all have great skin. Talking about us. Oh, well, thank you.
Fruits and vegetables, lemon enemas.
Let's see. Chris asks, explain more about acid bodies versus mucus type. I need to post up some more articles about that. And, Eric divides human physiology into two large groups, one being a fatty type of physiology, or what I call mucus type, and the uric acid, or the lean. Eric calls lean, and explains that that's due to excessive amount of uric acid that's in the body. So the main difference between the two is with fatty type, those are folks that's going to be able to easily put on weight. And when you eat too much mucus forming foods or just overeat in general, the tendency is going to be to tuck the fat away from the hearts and lungs, because that's kind of what the body is trying to do, get that obstruction away from the heart and lungs. And so depending on your physiology and the way gravity deals with your body, it might tuck it away in the stomach, or might tuck it away in the legs or the butt, or wherever it is for you, the thighs. If you're a uric acid type or a lean type of physiology, then the overall body is more acidic, sort of an acidosis, but you're able to, it's sustained, it's just normal, feels normal. When that person eats the same kind of food that a fatty person eats, the body just deals with it differently. And so it's not that person is necessarily healthier just because they look skinny, but if anything, sometimes they're a little bit more toxic because their body just kind of pulverizes this stuff into more concentrated, hotter, nasty, more toxic waste and acid. And so some of it is eliminated, but some of it kind of becomes a part of the body. And so I can get deeper into it, but that's kind of the basic, just the basic overview of fatty type versus lean type. And there's a science there that we have yet to understand, that would need studies and would need people to be investigating the thing. But what I've noticed is it can transform. You can go through variations where a lean type might get on the transition and go into a fatty type, and maybe back to a lean type and back to a fatty type. There's almost a cycle that some people can go through. And I've seen people too, and you'll see this sometimes, where people be like, well, I was fat all my life, and then all of a sudden some hormones change, they get older and they get skinny. But that's not a good getting skinny. That's like the body is now dealing with this toxic waste in a different way. So now you're a lean type. It's basically what happens when someone gets into the so-called Atkins diet, where it's a one-sided meat diet. You transform your body into a uric lean type. And so you went from a fatty type to a lean type. Now, if you don't improve your diet and you go back to a fatty type, which happens to some people, you see how this cycle is going. You're going from a fat type to a lean type. You can go back to a fat type and then back to a lean type. But when you're doing that, you're talking about that degeneration is going down and down and down, because there's no cleansing happening. It's just acidosis, and the body's response to this chronic decades worth of acidosis. With the mucusless diet, you are reversing that process. And so if you're a really toxic, if you get clean enough, or you take that step back, you might get it to a point where you not necessarily become a fatty type, but it's going to come back more to the middle. But there's a lot of what we're seeing now is there's a lot of people that are lean types that really get into the fruit part, but they don't want to deal with the transition part. So they don't necessarily want to deal with the vegetables or the cooked vegetables and those things that make this process better, because it's easier for them for a short period of time to feel great eating nothing but juicy fruits or citrus fruits, and they do those long fasts and they'll be like, I'm a fruitarian, I'm raw, all that kind of stuff. And they feel good for a while, but there's that pesky ceiling is up there when you don't transition. And that's why we keep really preaching that transition for all physiology types, because there's things around the bend that you don't know is coming, and we trying to warn you, you know, and so that's the public service announcement for today. Is today and tomorrow is always transition. So Brother Air has something to say on the physiology types.
You were talking about uric acid.
Yeah.
You spoke about that eloquently. So I mean, you said it all. I mean, I see a lot of it in terms of uric acid people, but I think you were talking about a part of watching a uric acid person for so many years be uric acid, and then all of a sudden they're mucus based, because you say, well, you look at them, you say, well, they could never pick up that weight. Then you see them 20 years later, and they're big as a house. And you'd be like, wow, I never could imagine this guy could hold that much weight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think uric acid is something that people are affected by, but with most of the uric acid people, they can eat anything they think.
Yeah,
and that's
for a
what they do.
while.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
those are also the folks that come up and people think they're healthy as a horse and they keel over from a
Well,
heart
but
attack.
That's what I was getting ready to
Yeah.
say, is that they will keep eating the steaks and the mashed potatoes and doing it real heavy, and thinking, and then all of a sudden, man, they just, you know, it's a bad sight, because I know, like, married couples, the man's uric acid, the guy, the lady's mucus. They're eating the same thing. He's not putting on no weight. She's putting on all the weight. But then you give it some time, and she's still alive and he's dead. I've seen that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
I've seen that over and over
Yes.
again. And what that's telling me is that the uric acid person is walking on eggshells more so than the mucus person, who's eating the same stuff, who looks worse. But this guy is really in a state of emergency.
Yeah, and that's dangerous because the illness that is hiding, it's not manifesting itself. So, I mean, you look healthy, but it's just latent. It's just a matter of time, and you don't know how. Like,
They look healthy. They might not feel healthy. You know, because nobody's honest about how they feel, you know, because they, you know, you get up and you're all clogged up and you're moving all slow.
If I'm moving, I'm okay.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And they're able to.
We forget about all the pain that we're carrying.
They're able to go to work. You know, they're able to go to work. So yeah, man. I mean,
yeah. Let's see. We got another question. This question from Mark, for Brother Air. And it's we kind of touched on it a little bit, but he said, but specifically, what's Brother Air think about dry fasting for 18 hours and then only eating in a 1 hour window every day? So I guess you dry all day and then you eat once a day.
I mean, I don't have any problem with nobody not eating, okay? But inside that hour, when you become the biggest glutton,
what you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What are you eating?
That's the question. Are you eating apples, cherries, pineapples, red leaf lettuce? Fine.
That's the key. That's what he needs to know.
Yeah, and
cucumber.
So yeah, that if you want to live like that, like the 18th hour, you know, and that's really like a real, you know, that's like a real, man, just get on the transitional diet, man, because what's more impressive is to see somebody pretty much eating mucusless every day, even if they have a mucus lead something once or twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You in there. You know, you in there, man. The things are moving. You are putting yourself back together. You are on the one. This kind of stuff is just some like mad scientist shit. You know, like 18 hours and then I eat the next hour and then I go off of that. And then I stand on my head for 3 hours and then, You know, that's some.
I mean, I guess it's okay if someone wants to try to give themselves some structure, but I don't think that our bodies
Yeah.
need to have or would your mind want to have that?
Who would want? Yeah, who would want that structure? That
don't
kind of structure.
don't do that to yourself, because then
I mean,
that's not
that's-
something that you'll want to stay with.
Just stay on eat as mucusless as possible every day. You dig what I'm saying? That's everything, man. Eat some red leaf, eat some pineapples, eat some apples, eat some, some mucusless stuff. If you can do that every day, don't matter. See, the key is it doesn't matter how much you eat. You can do like Shannon did with the salad. Just kill that shit, and what happened with your elimination, right? After that, I mean, it was a limit. Boom.
It went right through
It
me,
went right
honestly.
through you. It went right through you. So, I'm just.
Didn't make me tired. I didn't get the itis,
Okay.
even for how much I
Well,
ate.
it's a broom salad,
wow.
so it just swept
Nice.
the intestines. And that was a lot of salads you ate. I'm thinking about that, man, and that was a hell of a lot of salad.
Yeah,
I ate
that
a lot.
was-
I can
that
eat
was-
a lot.
Wow,
Yeah, that was
man.
that was
Great. It was
a lot.
delicious.
Y'all don't go out to restaurants, do you?
Oh,
No.
no.
Okay, because I
No,
I'd hate to
we
see her
just
ordering
found one,
something.
and we'll go like once a year.
Yeah.
We just found one that's decent enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, there's no way.
I hate
Professor
to see, I hate
Spira.
to see you order something, boy. Be like, whoa, boy. You
Oh, well, I'm in
Well,
public.
and yeah, I mean, she don't eat like that all the time. That was just a situation. She didn't eat nothing at all that day.
Because I was dancing and I couldn't
Well, yeah.
dance with it, like the belly dancing with food in my stomach. That can make me nauseous.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
didn't eat while you were there.
No.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
No.
You hadn't eaten nothing all day.
Okay.
And I was fasting, so I just kept on fasting.
Yeah, I think I was
And,
too. Yeah, I was because I made the
Mhm.
salad
Right.
and I
Right.
couldn't eat none of it. Yeah.
We're all fasting on stage that
Right,
that time.
Let's see. Hey y'all. What's Klondike says, Brother Air, you tell him. You know what's up.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. It said just had the Klondike said just had the Brother Air broom salad and used Boye's guidelines to make it a few weeks ago. For the first time, it is a nice tool to have in my repertoire. Really enjoying it.
Good. Glad.
And let's see. I feel like I just walked into another world. Professor Spira, I just finished reading Spira Speaks a few weeks ago. I really enjoyed the book. Oh, well, thank you for checking it out.
Yeah.
Thank you for checking it out. Let's see. Mark, who had asked about the dry fast, says, I'm eating clean fruits and vegetables with some yams, and the less I eat, the easier it is for me. And Mark, and I've worked with Mark, and he's serious. He's a serious cat doing some things. Let's see. Klondike says been out here, been here for a while, but it seems mostly by myself. Yeah, we was talking about that earlier. Where this is a path that even when there's people around, it's an individual path in terms of everybody's not doing the exact same thing at the exact same time at all. So it's hard sometimes if you're in a situation around a lot of people and you're used to doing what everybody else is doing at the time that everybody else does it at on this path. Sometimes you got to do what you need to do when you need to do it for your individual physiology. And so can definitely change things up. So I think it's been a pretty good discussion. Anybody have some final thoughts?
Just want to thank all the brothers and sisters for tuning in asking very intelligent questions. We appreciate it. Support mucusfreelife.com and get on there and just interact. If you don't have all the books, get all the books because they all are individually different helps for you. And so they all make sense, you know. It's like
the books to display.
there's no shame in his game. And there are other books, so get all them. Get all them. And
I got all of them.
I do too. So
You're one of the cool kids.
Once again, the consultations are coming up that we're going to do. That's going to be interesting doing that, you know, just getting involved on that level for me.
That's really cool what you're offering. I mean, yeah, who wouldn't want to?
That's going to be a whole nother kind of, and it's going to change my physiology too. You know, just working with people on that level will help me to get it together. So I'm looking forward to that. So support that, you know, support that, and everybody will get something out of it, you know. So to have the sisters here today, because we do this all the time, but to have the sisters, man, it's like it's the prettied up the place. You know, we got the picture back there.
I saw that coming.
We got the new picture back there and everything. And so new environment. So Sister Decora is sitting here looking like
Grandma, great grandma.
Yeah. Crocheting.
Is that a hat? Looks like there's gonna be a hat.
Yes, it is. And I just might put Eco P money. So okay.
Oh, okay.
Take your inner money then.
Got to
Yeah.
baptize that hat.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
And so I want to thank all of you for plugging in, and definitely was great energy over here out there. And so yeah, keep on plugging in. Until next time, peace, love, and breath.